Hello everyone, it's Mr. Majestic here to show you how to kind of build and put together this minecart station. I did try to video a tutorial of it before. It got to 45 minutes long and then disaster. During rendering, the video file got corrupted for the last 15 minutes and I basically wasted a lot of time and yeah. So what I thought I'd do this time, I will include a download link in the description, but I'll show you guys how to make stuff like the selector, the minecart destroyer thingo. I'll just explain in depth how that works. And also I'll explain how this is hooked up here. And also just a brief thing about the junction switcher and that. Alright, so first off, we'll do the selector. Okay, so we'll get our building block. I'll use blue wool for this. You want 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, another 4 on top of that, and then you want redstone lamps. You want 4 of those, and you whack them all on top of each other. Then you want buttons. The good old buttons. Chuck them on. And now the aim is, from these buttons, you need a line, or a square, sorry, of 4 by 4. Then you need a lot of repeaters. You need 12 repeaters. You lay them all out like so. And then you want to place blocks across like this. Then you want 4 blocks on top of the redstone lamps. Place your repeaters going into those blocks. And then you want to build some blocks over here. You build one up like so. Build across again. And once more. On these spaces here, you want redstone lamps, or torches, sorry, not lamps. Place them like that. Here, you want more torches. And then, here you want repeaters. So like that. That's what it's looking like so far. Now underneath these, you want to put redstone dust. From that dust, you want to place repeaters like this. And then you want to place sticky pistons. Wait, there they are. Facing upwards. Like that. Now on top of them, you want to place 4 more blocks. Then place 4 blocks here. From those torches will be these repeaters getting powered. And then on top of these, like when they're extended, they will be this height. You want to place more sticky pistons. So like that. See, you want 4 of them. And then on those sticky pistons, you want to place 4 blocks like that. Now, we're almost done. We just want to place this line there with repeaters coming off them. And then, for our design there, we just want 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then turn them like this. You got your redstone dust like that. You got your repeater there. You got 2 repeaters there. And then dust going out like this. In my design, I just replaced those end ones with repeaters so that it would have an even current. Now the selector should be done. So if you hit your button, it will only turn on the first lamp. As you can see there. You have a second lamp, fourth lamp. Now in that design, I did it kind of messy with the inverters. They're down here and one here. What you could do is you could get these blocks, build them up like this, and then place your torches there, and then just run your redstone dust from these like this. Yeah, so then you do this whole step pattern thing going down. At the junctions, it's pretty straightforward. Just the lines, they all go next to each other. Make sure that repeaters are stopping any cross-talking between them. Whichever line is turned on is the one that the minecart will go down. Because if I depower this, it'll switch like that. Now, what else is there? We have the cactus thingo that destroys the minecarts. How that works is basically like this. We'll just recreate that. I'll make it daytime. Alright. So you have a powered rail. Lagged out there. Then you have a normal rail. Like this. And then you kind of build a little cage. Oh, actually, you don't even need that. You just want that little bit there. Now, above that, as you can see here, you have... I'll just break this wall a bit because it goes down here. That block is actually needed there. Alright, so you have your minecart with chest there. Then you have a hopper going. I'll just build that up like that. You grab your hopper and you place it down like this. It is this block here that you need to make sand. Just like this. Then you get your cactus and you place it on there. One thing to note is that you cannot place blocks next to the cactus, so they have to go diagonally around it, like so. And then if you want to enclose it, you have to do it like this. You can place blocks on top of it, so that's no worries. You just go around like this. And then, actually in the design I had it more like this. So there's a bit of a gap. Then this is that floor, obviously. And you have normal minecart track going in. You hold shift and you click onto the hopper and it will place the minecart track going into it. And that will destroy the minecart when it hits a cactus. It will then fall into the hopper. You got your minecart with chest here that you place there and it'll feed into there. Now the comparator thingo that you saw here, you have a comparator and a repeater going into a block. Alright, so from here, whoops, wrong block. About there, you want to build that up like this. Alright, so from the minecart, 1, 2, and then up one. You need your comparator right there, repeater there, and then that's going to power this block here. So what you do, you put a block under it and that will power the redstone dust from that block. Now you go around, and the idea of this is that it will power that powered rail in there. So to do that, we have to get power into this block. So you get a repeater there, and there it is. So now if I get a minecart with, actually no, we don't want a chest one. It doesn't make a difference really, but for example's sake, you throw that in, it'll break and that one will set off, right? So when that sets off, it basically heads down the track there and will spiral up here. This spiral just has a torch on every inside block, like that. It's just a pattern going up. So it's like 2 blocks up one, 2 blocks up one. Yeah, you'll see that. And that basically goes up onto the roof here. I'll just recreate this roof setting a bit further out here. Like that. So we got a start block there. So the minecart track will come up here and then we'll reach a kind of dead end. Here you want another hopper, so you place a block on top of there. Then you can just do powered rails for this because this minecart doesn't stop here. You'll need to place a power source. So you just like place a torch or something like that. And the idea is that the minecart, once it's gone up that little cube elevator thingo, it'll come up here, it'll just pass over the hopper and drop off one of the minecarts that it has picked up. This will go into a dispenser, sorry. So then you grab your lagging dispenser. Was it this lag? You place your dispenser and that will just feed in, right? So now you want to build 2 out. Yep, 2 from the dispenser, 1 powered rail, 1 normal rail. Okay, so 1 powered rail, 1 normal rail. That powered rail will need to be powered. So one easy way of doing that is to get a block of redstone and then you just kind of chuck that on there, and it'll always be powered, which is, you know, the idea. Then over here you have just a 1 block kind of chute. So you'd go, just build a little thing around that, like this, and the minecart will just shoot down there. And the main thing is that when it falls down, it lands on a diagonal. So as you can see there, it's pretty straightforward. You just put in your minecart track, build a little L shape, and 2 powered rails. Over here, you have that torch that's connected to the button. The current of that goes up 2 blocks into an inverter. The inverter powers this block when it's turned on. So when you hit the button, that torch turns on, that powers, and that goes into this block, which will power the dispenser, which is over here. So to recreate that, you just kind of, you know, make the steps downwards like that, and just, you know, you could feed it directly into there. On the main design, it's one off it, which still does the same thing. So that's that done. Over here you got just delays going down, lots of delays, and they go into note blocks. Those note blocks have to sit on like wool or something so that the sound is clear. Just put a full delay repeater in between them. Just tune them by right clicking to the notes that sound right. And this will feed into where the track is. See, so you got an inverter with, again, so when that lights up, it powers this rail and this rail together, and that will set you off. So you just want to make sure that there's a bit of delay after the tones going to that, so you have enough time to jump in your minecart and get on your way. Right, so that's the selector done. We've briefly covered the junctions. Down here, of course, just make sure there's a 2 high kind of ceiling so that when you jump in your minecart, you don't hit your head with the roof and lose hearts. And then of course when these drop-offs go, just make sure that it lands on the diagonal. And that's it. This is pretty straightforward. For the arrivals, I just have a detector rail there. Under the detector rail is a bit of redstone with a repeater coming off it. And that just plays 2 little notes, you know, like... Oh, you probably can't hear that. Anyway, it's not really important, but that's just an extra little thing. And, yeah. With this, the way I did it was so that it doesn't power that block itself. It goes through, then you have to put a repeater. So place a repeater there. Then branch it back around like this. And bam, straight into that. So that will work there. So we've covered that. We've covered down there. We've covered this. We've covered that. We've covered the cactus thingo. And yeah, so download the world save in the description. And it should help you out. If you're going to follow a design to build, don't follow this one because there was some stuff up with it. The best one to build is here because it's neater over here. I stuffed up and put the button in the wrong spot or something. To get that diagonal there, all you have to do is this. So you grab your... I already have powered rail. So you just chuck it up like that. Delete that and then place your half slab on top of it there and it's done. So yeah, just take note of how this is hooked up because it's a little bit different to that first design. And that's, you know, just above that powered rail again. So yeah, I hope this helped you guys. I'm sorry that it's just too impractical to make a full tutorial on this. It would take way too long. And yeah, so hope it helps. Hope you guys can make the most of this. You can really wire it up in any way that you want, but yeah, enjoy guys. See ya.